this computer. Hey, everybody, I'm here with the magic of VJ Smith. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, Mickey Mike Worth. You know, it's a great day. And I'll tell you something, as long as we're breathing, we got a shot.
We do. So today I want to talk about prosperity mindset. You and I have worked on prosperity a lot together, and you just rechanged your whole life. I mean, and we were before the show started, we were talking about prosperity. Tell me how prosperity mindset has really helped you because you've had a big journey.
Well, let me tell you how it's helped. One of the things it's done for me is helped me understand there's a few things you have to be willing to do. Number one, you have to be willing to stay focused. Number two, you have to be motivated. And number three, you have to be willing to connect with the right people. If you don't connect with the right people, it doesn't matter if you're motivated or if you're focused. If you're with the wrong people, you're going to be off track. Those three things are so critical. And the fourth thing is most critical is that you have to believe in yourself.
Right. And how did you have a personality that's an extrovert? Uh, did you always believe in yourself?
You know, growing up without a mom and a dad was tough. I didn't necessarily believe in myself, but I said one day, if I meet my mom or my dad, I want to be the best version of me. So I was motivated through pain. Pain can either motivate you or destroy you. And I believe if you take the pain and turn it into power to move your life around, you can do that.
Right, right. And you and I have gotten to do a lot of fun things together. So for people that don't know, the two of us, we've been friends for 25 years.
Yes, we have been friends for 25 years. And let me tell you, I've taken you out of the box. You've taken me out of the box. And some boxes we just rolled in together. But
Right.
either way, it's always been a beautiful and a motivating moment because what I've learned from you and what we learned from me, we've learned from each other. And I think when people learn from each other, that's when you begin to explore different things in the world. And we've been able to do that.
One of the things that I like about that is, again, how important it is to be willing to learn from the people that are closest to you, right? That it is many times as a friend that I've had to say, I need learning here. I need some acceptance. And you are always willing to give that advice. I think people are afraid to ask for advice.
Not only they're afraid to ask for advice, though, Mickey, people are afraid to open up. It's it's um it's such a crazy world now where people will put your business out there, where people will share your information, where people want to share the video, they want to be known, they want their name out there because they're the first to tell the story. So it's hard for people to open up. It's even harder for men to open up because we're
Yeah.
supposed to be always so tough. We're supposed to be so strong. If you see a man cry, everybody thinks it's a wimp when he's actually a real man. If he's crying, he's a real man. That's what real men need to do. They need to cry to let it out. But because we're supposed to be so tough, our suicidal rate is up, or we're killing ourselves like crazy because we're not letting it out. And that's one thing that when you have a friend like I have you, we can open up. And it may hurt sometime to hear something. I remember telling you about them ums and ahs, and
Oh,
you was like, oh God, that hurt. But it helped you because then you increase and you've seen that. There's things that you told me and it hurt, but it helped me be a better person. So real friends have to hurt you sometime to help you.
well, and I think that it is just being honest. I think it's hard for people to be just point blankly honest. Where where when we start thinking about how to be honest with ourselves, where did you learn to be honest with yourself? You look in the mirror every day and really try to be better. How did you get to be honest?
Well, one of the things that helped me be honest with myself is to take a real clear look at where am I at now at the age of which I'll be 69 in a few days. At the age of 69, how did I get here? What did I do to get here? And where am I going next? And be honest and be clear. You know, along the way, my life's changed many a times. I can say I've started my life over at least 5 or 6 times. And how did I do that and keep motivated? One of the things I did to keep motivated was keep believing that God has something for me. Even in the worst of times, God still has something for me. I remember when I first found out about God, I took God in every meeting I went to. People were calling me and saying, "Hey, stop doing that. You want to pray and open up every meeting. Don't do that. We don't do that." I didn't know. I was so excited. I thought everybody wanted God. But I
Mhm.
understand it's a personal thing. It's personal for me. And as long as I believe in me, I've got a shot at continuing to do what God has for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you and I have also talked, right? Prosperity is the ability to magnify that that ability to choose what parts of your life you want to grow. And you've watched so many videos of Mickey Mikeworth. What do you think is the prosperity lesson that you got from something that I taught you? What's the Mickey that you keep around in your head?
The Mickey Microwave Prosperity point that I get is that dream big or go home. And then go home and write it down and rewrite it until you can start dreaming big. Because if you're not dreaming big, then you're not thinking about prosperity. Prosperity means that you're able and willing to dream big. If that number is 30,000, if it's 100,000, if it's 2 million, dream big. And then start small at chipping at that. $5, $10, whatever it takes. Remember, but dream big and you'll get there. And I think people are so um, they're so restless that they can't be focused and have patience to watch that dream happen. The other thing that you teach is be patient with it. Be patient. Watch it happen a little bit at a time. Start chipping at it, chipping at it, chipping at it. And before you know it, you will have a beautiful statue that you've chipped at and it's ready to roll. But you got to have that patience and you got to be focused.
Yeah, yeah, that's great advice. Great advice. What advice do you have for all my other friends on how to be prosperous, how to really defy the ordinary and just be kinder, gentler, thoughtful, more loving in their lives?
First of all, look at your health. How are you health wise? Are you staying up too late? Are you not getting enough rest? Are you putting food in your body that's not making your brain work? Your brain could be all fogged up because you're not taking care of yourself while you're working so hard to build prosperity, but you're devastating your body without the proper things that it needs. So if your body's not getting the prosperity it needs, then your mind can't give you the prosperity that you want. The second thing is to make sure that you're balanced mentally, to make sure that you're healthy mentally, that things are going well for you mentally, that you're not depressed, that you're not frustrated, that you're not starving from love or starving from the people around you that are trying to destroy you. Make sure that you're bringing people around you that build you up, not that lie to you and say, "Oh, you're great just because you got money," but they're telling you the truth and building you up, saying, "You can do it. You got what it takes. I'm willing to help." You need those adders and those multipliers around you like never before. Every adder and multiplier you can find, you tell them, "Get behind me, get in front of me, get on the side of me, just come around me and help me be the best me that I can be." The subtractors and the dividers, they're going to be in your life, and some of them are family. And if they're in your life, that's okay. If you love them, that's fine. But make sure when you're making your prosperity moves that you have the multipliers and the adders around you at all times.
Right, right. And by the way, that's a quote from Dr. Verna's book. So I'll put that in the link as well.
Yes,
Dr.
yes.
Verna is one of our favorites here in the Midwest. You're in Texas, but that is Dr. Verna, who
She's amazing.
who
Not the
I'm
price.
speaking at. She and I are speaking at the same conference from somebody else that I mentored. So I'm going to get to see her work again. Uh, so we have 3 minutes left. I want to just really quickly go over. You gave me a piece of advice, which I took, which is always have good book advices. 12-week year and hosting an accountability group. So now I've had 6 rounds of that accountability group. So thank you. And but you were willing to be in the first one. How did the 12-week year go for you? Because you're doing it even though you're not in group. But how are you managing the 12-week year?
You know what was really exciting about it, and I talk about it all the time. The first year that I had done it, when November came, I was so happy. When December came, I was ecstatic. And when the first of the year came, when everybody was saying, "Oh man, I didn't really get a chance to do what," I was saying, "Hey, I did so much that I'm excited, and I can't wait till the next 12 weeks. The
Yeah.
next 12 weeks, I'm going to do more." So for the first time in my life, I looked at the end of the year and I was ecstatic because I had done so much. I looked at my calendar every month and I seen that every day I had something written in there. And every week I had a complication of what I've done. And then every month I had a whole list of things that I passed on either to the next month or I checked them off.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the checkoff system. I like the accountability. I like coming to group. The 12-week year, we have a morning session and an evening session, and and I think it's life changing. It's not necessarily that it's the best book ever written, but it is a system that other people can follow. Out of that system, what worked for you? Do you, because you bought the planner, didn't you?
Right, absolutely. What worked for me is that I was able to sit down every morning because I would look at my calendar. It's at my desk, it's open, it's at my desk. And on the right-hand side, I have a column, what I want done for the month. In the middle of the calendar, I have everything laid out and important appointments and what I need to do. And then I also have a process opportunity to process some things. What can I get done this month? What can I get done this week? And actually, what can I get done today? I can look at that on a daily basis. The first thing I do before I wake up. And then after that, I eat something healthy, exercise, and get on with my day. And I feel fulfilled because I've done something. And at the end of the week, I take a good look at that week and I'm able to say, okay, how much time did I spend doing that? I found out that I spend a little bit too much time on social media when I wake up in the morning because I want to see what everybody's saying. And I reduce that. I reduce that to 5 or 10 minutes, check stuff out, move on. I got to move on. And so I was able to reduce things that didn't really matter anymore and increase things that did matter.
Right. Okay, well, they're going to check us out. I will see you on our next video. All right. See
I'm
you.
excited.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye,
Love you.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.